The Sun Rising by John Donne. Busy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus, through windows and through curtains, call on us? Must to thy motion's lover's season run? Saucy pedantic wretch, go chide late schoolboys and sore prentices. Go tell court huntsmen that the king will ride, call country ants to harvest offices. Love, all alike, no season knows nor clime, nor hours, days, months, which are the rags of time. Thy beams so reverend and strong, why shouldst thou think I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink? But that I would not lose her sight so long, if her eyes have not blinded thine. Look, and tomorrow late tell me, whether both the Indians of spice and mine be where thou left'st them, or lie here with me. Ask for those kings whom thou saw'st yesterday, and thou shalt hear, all here in one bed lay. She is all states and all princes I, nothing else is. Princes do but play us, compared to this. All honours mimic, all wealth alchemy. Thou sun art half as happy as we, in that the world's contracted thus. Thine age asks ease, and since thy duties be to warm the world that's done in warming us, shine here to us, and thou art everywhere. This bed thy centre is, these walls thy spear. Critical analysis and commentary on the Sun Rising. One of Donne's most charming and successful metaphysical love poems, The Sun Rising, is built around a few hyperbolic assertions. First, that the sun is conscious and has the watchful personality of an old busybody. Second, that love, as the speaker puts it, no season knows nor clime, nor hours, days, months, which are the rags of time. Third, that the speaker's love affair is so important to the universe that kings and princes simply copy it. That the world is literally contained within their bedroom. Of course, each of these assertions simply describes figuratively a state of feeling to the wakeful lover. The rising sun does seem like an intruder, irrelevant to the operations of love. To the man in love, the bedroom can seem to enclose all the matters in the world. The inspiration of this poem is to pretend that each of these subjective states of feeling is an objective truth. Donne liked to make long odd comparisons, called conceits. He compared two lovers to the parts of a compass, for example, and likened a teardrop to a navigator's globe. Later, poets such as Abraham Cowley built whole careers by imitating those conceits. By the time Cowley died, though conceits had gone out of fashion, when the influential critic Samuel Johnson coined the term metaphysical poets, he meant it as an insult. Metaphysical poets such as Cowley and Donne, he wrote, used their conceits to present heterogeneous ideas, yoked by violence together. They were not successful in representing or moving the affections. In other words, they had too much head, not enough heart. The term metaphysical stuck through the judgment when modernist critics and poets such as T.S. Eliot wanted to rehabilitate Donne. They defended something called metaphysical poetry and praised the metaphysical conceit. Accordingly, Donne endows his speaker with language implying that what goes on his head is primary over the world outside it. For instance, in the second stanza, the speaker tells the sun that it is not so powerful, since the speaker can cause an eclipse simply by closing his eyes. This kind of headless, joyful arrogance is perfectly tuned to the consciousness of a new lover. And the speaker appropriately claims to have all the world's riches in his bed. India, he says, is not where the sun left it. It is in bed with him. The speaker captures the essence of his feeling in the final stanza, when after taking pity on the sun and deciding to ease the burdens of his old age, He declares, "Shine here to us, and thou art everywhere." Donne's conceit describes the sun as a human being who walks in on the lovers and then, with help from what was to Donne modern science, makes himself and his beloved into their own cosmic entity, their own world. You might see how readers who, like Johnson, thought poets should stay away from complex images, found such flights of figuration distressful. In The Sun Rising, though, and in other Donne's poems akin to it, The Canonization, for example, and The Relic, the figure of speech is extreme for a very good reason. Donne's devotion is extreme, and in poems like this, heterogeneous ideas are yoked by violence together. Only the language of this metaphysical conceit we see can express the depths of his love.